Hello viewers, myself Asma Parveen. Today's my topic is social, religious and economic conditions during the Mughal period. The main source of information to know about the social, religious and economic conditions of the Mughal period were the writings of the Abul Fazl, Abdul Hamid Lahari, etc. The accounts of the European visitors who came to India during the Mughal period. The chief among them were Ralph Fitch, John Mendenhall, Edward Terry, William Hawkins, Sir Thomas Roe of England, Peter Mundi and Munisi of Italy, Tavernier and Thévenot of France, and Delact of Holland, Montserrat, etc. Social conditions. Social classes. By virtue of office, profession, and status, the society during the Mughal period can be divided into three classes. They were upper, middle, and lower classes. Upper class. They consist of the official nobility. They led a life of comfort and luxury. Due to the law of escheat, they addicted to wine and women. They were the highest official in the state and hence they possessed abundant power and patronage. In fact, they recall the feudal lords of medieval Europe. Then next one is middle class. They consist of merchants, intelligentsia and government officers. They led a simple and temperate life moderate. They lived according to their status. Then lower classes. They consist of cultivators, workers, different professional men, poor, etc. They constitute the bulk of the society. Their condition was hard when compared to the upper and middle classes. Since their wants were few, there were no scarcity to their daily needs of life. But famines has disturbed their life. This was evident during the period of Shah Jahan. However, there was official repression, slavery existed. Next one is social customs. The Hindu society was caste ridden, sati, child marriages, and dowries were the social evils of the Hindu society. However, polygamy and parda were common among the Muslims. Women enjoyed respectable position in the society. Both the Hindu and the Muslim women were fond of ornaments. In general, people were pure and simple. Second one is religious condition. The country can be divided into two communities, Hindu and Muslims. The Hindu community consists of not only Hindus but also Jains, Sikhs, Buddhists, etc. The Muslims were divided into Sunnis, Shias, Bohras, and Khojas. Besides, there were Jews, Parsis, Christians, and the Europeans. Though different communities adjusted themselves, live in peace, but religious antagonisms were not unknown during this period. Especially under Aurangzeb, the non-Muslims were persecuted. Both believed in astrology, sorcery, and witchcraft. Though the Muslim hated adultery, but they revered tombs and worshipped saints and fakirs. Human sacrifices were not unknown to the Hindus. Economic conditions. Economic prosperity. There was economic prosperity in India. The Mughals thrived hard to promote the wealth of India not only by exploiting natural resources but also by encouraging trade and commerce. This was evident not only by the innumerable buildings but also by the prosperous cities like Agra, Lahore, Ahmedabad, etc. Next is agriculture. Agriculture continued to be the chief occupation of the people. The rulers bestowed much attention to the growth of agriculture, wheat, barley, millet, pulses, sugarcane. Oil seeds and indigo were the chief crops of the period. Tobacco was introduced during this period by the Europeans. The food grains and vegetables were abundant. Non-agricultural product. The non-agricultural products like minerals, salt, fisheries, opium, and liquor were also available in plenty. For example, gold at Kumanu, copper at Rajputana and Malwa, opium at Malwa and Bihar, diamonds at Golconda, marble at Jaipur and Jodhpur, red sandstone at Sikri. Then famine. Since the agriculture mainly depended on rains, famines were not unusual when they failed. The economic life of the country was frequently disturbed by the famines. Two great famines, one in 1555-56 and the other in 1632-32, during the time of Shah Jahan, ransacked the country. In spite of many relief measures by the Mughals, there was much loss of men and sufferings of the people were miserable. Contemporary accounts reveal that men devoured each other on such occasions. Next one is industries. Industries flourished extensively under the Mughals. The chief industries of the period were cotton at Banaras, Agra, Burhanpur, Gujarat, and Bengal, gold cloth at Awadh, silk at the Dhaka, carpets at Multan, Fatehpur Sikri, paper at Sialkot, saltpeter at Bihar. During manufacture of shawls, etc., dyeing manufactures of shawls, etc., also existed. Industrially, India was more advanced than the other countries of Europe. Then trade. The Mughals encouraged both internal and external trade. Inland trade was carried on by road and canals. Peter Mundy speaks of regular boat traffic between Agra and Bengal. With the advent of the Europeans, the external trade was increased enormously. Surat, Broch, Bombay, Calicut, Machilipatnam, Calcutta, Cochin were the chief seaports. The exports consist of saltpeter, indigo, opium, silken and cotton fabrics, pepper, sugar, wool, etc. The imports consist of bullion, horses, ivory, precious stones, wines, velvet, etc. Now conclusion. Though the Mughal India was Though the Mughals in India was rich and prosperous, the country was not eventually distributed among the people. The extravagance of the court, the Sunni imperialism, and Deccan wars of Aurangzeb had a rumors effect on economic system. After the death of Aurangzeb 707 AD, the economic system was completely broke down and the vast riches were carried away by the Persians and the Afghan raids. Taking undue advantage of the weakness of the later Mughals and disturbed political condition of India, the English emerged as the supreme power and took Indian economy into their hands. Thank you.